Great news! You can succeed despite and in spite of the negative reputation that salespeople have earned for themselves. Here's how to earn the respect, the trust, and the sale. Number 1, start out by changing your philosophy. Instead of asking, how do I sell as much of my stuff as possible? Be asking, how does my prospect win by buying and using my stuff? Number 2, never try to sell something that you would not buy yourself, were you in a similar position as your prospect. Number 3, bring a new idea or 3 to your very first meeting. Yep, your first meeting. Show up prepared. And that idea has to be something of value, something your prospect can use to become more profitable, more efficient, or more secure. Don't worry about whether your idea is connected in any way to your product or service. Instead, focus on connecting the idea to their business. Number 4, don't ask anything about fishing or hunting or how they're doing until after you've shown them some value. So you think you're qualifying your prospect during your initial meeting or phone call, when in reality, they're qualifying you. Number 5, ask great questions. Don't wing it. Show up with a list of 10 great questions that will get your prospect talking and thinking. Number 6, come to your prospect by way of referral from one of their peers. A great recommendation changes the game in your favor before you even walk in the door. Number 7, bring them a referral. If you show up with a new prospect for your prospect, they'll take your meeting and they'll owe you one. Not every prospect will repay you, but most will. The more you can connect your customers to one another, unless of course they happen to be direct competitors, the more business you'll earn for yourself. Number 8, offer to work in their business for a full day. Tell them that before you make a decision about whether your product or service can help them, you'd first like to fully understand what they do, how they do it, and why. Spend a day in their shoes, and they'll spend their money with you. Number 9, leave your brochures and PowerPoint presentation at home. Make the first interaction all about them. Tell them that you'll give them the full dog and pony show by their request only. And don't be surprised if they never ask. Number 10, be prepared to walk away. Sometimes during a meeting or a phone call, you'll realize that you're not the best fit for your prospect. So walk away. Fast. Tell them that you don't think that you can help them, but you'll be back one day if and when their needs or your service or product offerings change. You'll earn their respect and perhaps their future business. Number 11, read everything you can about your prospect, about their company, about their industry, about their competitors. You read their announcements, you read their social media posts, everything. And then send your prospects clippings of the most relevant and insightful pieces. Add your own comments and insight when appropriate. Number 12, follow up and follow through. Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. And for bonus points, you can follow up with a cool gift. But understand that cool gifts are cool only because of their thoughtfulness and their usefulness, not because you've spent $50 or $100 on it. And the hint, the big hint, is that relevant business books that provide ideas and answers to your prospect's most burning questions are the best possible gifts. Inscribe that book with a personal note, and even if your prospect never reads the book, they'll put it on their bookshelf next to their desk, and they'll always know where that book came from. If they do read the book, you'll have something to talk about at great lengths next time you meet. Number 13, read a few books yourself. You'll find more ideas and inspiration than you've ever dreamed of. And while you're reading, ask, how can I adapt this to my business? How can I use this in my situation? And perhaps, why the heck didn't I read more books before now? All right, look, I've shared 13 strategies with you. Your mileage may vary. Not every strategy will work for you. Pick a few that fit you well and get to work. Note well, the first sale that you have to make is to yourself. If you think of yourself as just a salesperson, your prospect will do the same. So start out by making a list of everything that you actually do for your customers, things that you do for them rather than for yourself, things that you do on their behalf and for their benefit. The longer the list is, the easier it will be for you to prove to yourself and eventually your prospect that you belong in a different category, the kind of category that deserves and earns the business.